Doing today, but it's just a football term that's going to have an analogy for some other things. Everyone say this with me. Everybody say first half, second half. A little bit louder. First half, second half. We were playing a game, and it was the biggest game of the year. Millions watching on TV, and every announcer and the sports professionals had their suits on, predicting how we're going to get blown out. All of a sudden, game time came. We had our helmets click, 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 gloves on. We were buffed out, and we start walking down that tunnel before that game started. As we got to the edge of that tunnel, I promise you, the stadium had 90,000 people, and it was so loud. It felt like it was erupting, vibrating. And the TV cameras up in our face, and adrenaline was pumping. We ran out of the field, crowd was going crazy. First series of the game, team came up. They were like blue 88, 24, hug, ball snaps. My man drops back, he sets up, and he just begins to fire away on us. Shoot, shoot, shoot. And they begin to go up and down the field on us. Great QB, ended up winning a few Super Bowls after that, and it was actually the worst first half I had ever played in. By the end of the half, all we had was a 0. The home crowd was just like boo, booing us. And as we ran off the field and got into the locker room, my coach simply looked at us. He said, guys, I do not care what the crowd is saying, and I don't care what the score is. He says, but I know you got it in you, and I know we can beat this team. We just got to get a new plan for the second half. Everybody say second half. Second half. So we changed everything, because change is not change until it's changed. You thought about it, you meet about it, have a conference about it, all that, pray about it, but it ain't changing. And we came out the second half, and sure enough, we began to come back. And in the last minutes of the game, my boy Eric catches a bomb, and the corners of Eric finished up with Green Bay, and he just pulled his ball in, boom, and the referee raises both hands, touchdown, and the crowd goes crazy. Now, I didn't fly to Seattle to tell you a football story, but I did have to tell you that story for one reason. Because we did not win that game the first half, we won that game, Come on, we won that game, And can I make an announcement today? In America, this nation has had a bad first half. Many of you sitting here, or your mothers or fathers or grandparents, have been done wrong. Asians and Native Americans and blacks. But my announcement is, your principal brought us here so that I can make an announcement that no matter what has happened in the first half, because you're here, not the government, you, because you're here and I'm here, this nation can have a great second half. Everybody say second half. Second half. Flow with me, hold on. Because it starts with you, with me, with us. If you listen to this, I have a dream speech. Dr. Keith, he kept saying, now is the time. It's not when you go to college. It's now. I was a young dude, and I said, I can't do anything to change the entire government now. But you know what I can do? I can change this little neighborhood. I'm going to be a big brother. I'm going to inspire every little guy around here about education. Because now it starts with me. Second half. Now, let me keep going. Do you know how many young ladies and young men I meet who are even sitting right in this room who've had some bad first halves? But I got an announcement for you today. I don't know what happened in your first half, but my announcement is I came to Seattle to say, you can have a great, everybody say, second half. I was sharing my story at a school, and I don't know what I said to really open this girl, but I went way more into my story than I told you guys. I mean, it was crazy. You know, my mother, she let her boyfriend move in with us, and he was abusive, and the drug abuse and everything. It was just crazy. And I'm trying to get through school to go through this, and yes, I want to be inspired like Dr. King, and I want to, but it's hard. Listen. So I got speaking. And I promise in that gym there was a girl who came up to the side right over here. And you would have looked at her and you would have said, there's no way, not her, no way she's having a bad first half. You know why? Her mama dropped her off in a nice SUV. She had her nice little clothes and her nice little friends, and she had her nice little iPhone 6 Plus. And you know what happened, right? She came up and she just started talking to me. And she just started telling me a story and telling me a story. Then all of a sudden she just started crying. Like a water was crying. And then she did something to trip me out. She grabbed the edge of her sleeve on her hoodie. And she just pulled it up on me. Whoa. I looked and I was shocked. I looked at this girl's arm. And she's had cuts all up and down her arm. And she looked at me and she said, I'm a cutter. My mom doesn't know nothing about it. She said, I'm going to be real with you. She said, I get high. I get drunk, and I be hanging out with a whole bunch of older dudes, and they just be trying to use me. She said, but sometimes I don't even care. She said, because it just makes my pain go away for a little while. She was saying, my pain in here is way worse than my pain right here. And I looked at her, and I whispered, I said, second half. I said, I don't know who did you wrong. I know your boyfriend did you wrong, and now he done dogged you out here with another girl, and everybody around the school whispering about you. I know you live in a nice little house, but that man in your house, he ain't your real daddy. Because your real daddy, he don't call you, he don't write, he don't visit. You done told me he made you feel like you ain't even his daughter. But I got good news for you today. I don't know what happened in your first half, but I do know that from this day on, you can have a great, everybody say, second half. Second half. You know what I was trying to get her to see? I said, you are valuable. You are special. You are important. Hold on a second. And in this nation today, first thing about freedom and justice is that you got to believe everybody here is valuable, special, important. But it starts with you. Do you know how many kids look in the mirror and do not like themselves? If every girl woke up in the morning and just decided they like themselves for who they are, do you know how many businesses in America would go bankrupt? They making money on kids not liking themselves. You know, my Twitter, my Instagram blow up. Kids not liking themselves, but I'm here to say you're valuable. Number two, let me say it like this, second half. Second half. Second half. Ferguson, Missouri. It was crazy. We were watching the TV. People are angry, passionate. It's going on. It's crazy. New York City protests everywhere. We were there during the time of all the protests. Just speaking. People been done wrong. People been devalued. And then around this nation and the first stuff's been going on. We have a humongous movement going on now because women have been treated bad, and now there's a rise of